Hello student, now let us define next thermodynamic state function, that is what, entropy. Okay, let us introduce another thermodynamic function, that is entropy, denoted as what, S. Okay, so last we already discussed internal energy, that is delta U, enthalpy delta H. Next thermodynamic state function, what, entropy. We are going to define that one as a what, S. Okay, entropy is a measure of the degree of randomness or disorder in the system. Means what? Here it is going to measure the what, randomness. Means, for example, in the last video, for example, here if you see, the randomness going to be increases. Okay, here we have two gases. You can tell here gas A, gas B. But here once you remove the partition, what happened? Randomness going to be increases. How much randomness going to be happen? That you can measure by using the word entropy. So it is a measure of what? Randomness. In a chemical reaction, entropy change can be attributed to rearrangement of atoms or ions from one pattern in the reactant to another pattern in the product. If you see here, from reactant to product, what happened? There is a change in entropy. How it is? I will go for the examples also. We have the problem based on this. Then next let us see here. If the structure of the product is very much disordered than that of reactant, there will be resultant increase in entropy. What is the meaning of that one? For example, let us go for the example. Means, if you take the reaction, okay, if you take one reaction, for example, I have reaction A, okay, A is converted into B, okay. In this case, for example, that is in the solid state, okay. After reaction is converted into gaseous state. So what happened? You know very well. In the solid state means arrangement of atom will be somewhat, it has some definite arrangement will be there. But in the gas, what happened? There is will be random in the arrangement of atoms or ions, whatever you're taking. Okay. So if you see from the reactant, these are the what, our reactant. From reactant to product, what happened? There is a increase in the what, randomness. Means, if randomness increased means what, entropy is increased. Okay. So this is the meaning of that point. What's the given? If the structure of the product is very much disordered than that of reactant, there will be resultant increase in entropy. Means randomness increased means what? Entropy is increased. Crystalline solid state is the lowest entropy, means most ordered. The gaseous state is the state of highest entropy. What is the meaning of that one? Here if you take the three states of matter, solid, liquid, gas, you know very well in the solid state we have the most ordered arrangement will be there. Now come to liquid state, there is a somewhat randomness will be increases. Now come to see here gases, again disorderness going to be increases. Means solid to liquid, liquid to gas, what happened? Disorderness going to be increases. Once the disorderness increases means it means what? Entropy is going to be increases. Okay. So solid to liquid, liquid to gas, entropy going to be increases. Because why? Because means here disorderness going to be increases. Okay. Here note, entropy is a state function. Already we discussed delta S. Okay, delta S means state function means it depends on the final state, initial state only. It does not depends on what path. Okay. Next, if you see how to quantify the entropy. Okay, every time you are telling disorderness is there, my entropy increases. But how much quantity? How you are going to quantify the entropy? Let us see here. Understood? Every time we are telling disorderness increases, but how much disorderness increases, that we have to quantify. Now let us see how to quantify the entropy. For that answer, first calculate the degree of disorder or Charcotic distribution of energy among the molecules. Simply you have to calculate the what, how much disorderness is there. Okay, first thing. Second thing what you have to do, relate this process to the heat involved in the process. Means first you have to calculate the how much disorderness is there. Second, you have to calculate how much amount of heat involved in the process. Okay, if you done these two, that you can quantify the what, entropy. Means how much value is there, disorderness you can be quantify. Now entropy as a heat function. Now just we told, so to measure the disorderness we have to go for the heat also. So entropy one depends on what, heat. Okay, let us see the entropy as a heat function. Means entropy depends on the heat. Let us see how. Whenever heat is added to the system, it increases molecular motions, causing increased randomness in the system. As you know very well, for example, you have the system. For example, this is my reactant A. Okay, once I apply the heat, okay, you know very well, once you apply the heat, what happened? The solid is converted into some gas. Means what happened? Motion of molecule is there, disorderness is going to be increases. So what you are doing now, once you apply the heat, there is a motion of particles, so randomness is going to be increases. Okay. So thus heat has a randomizing influence on the system, isn't it? Why? Because means once you apply the heat, what happened? There is a randomness going to be increases. So then we get the question, can we then equal delta S with the equalize the delta S with the Q? So if you see the question here, for that answer, so we can go for the equalization, nothing but you will get the formula as a one. Here we have to consider the, sorry, this not this one. So here if you see, experience suggests us that the distribution of heat also depends on the temperature at which heat is added to the system. Now already in the previous video we discussed heat means what? Change in temperature is called as what? Heat. So here that heat depends on what? Temperature, okay? At what temperature, okay? Experience suggests us that the distribution of heat also depends on the temperature at which heat is added to the system. So here temperature also important. Now if you see, system at higher temperature has greater randomness in it than one at lower temperature. You know very well, once the temperature increases, what happens? There is an increase in motion of particles, okay? So randomness going to be increases. So system at higher temperature has greater randomness, means once you increase the temperature, randomness going to increases than the system at what? At a lower temperature. Next, temperature is the measure of the average cyclic motion of particles in the system. Here also you can tell, once the temperature is what? Measure of the randomness of the what? Randomness in the particles, okay? In a system, if once temperature is more, means the randomness will be more, okay? Now if you see, delta is related with the Q and T for a reversible reaction as, here just now we told, here delta has Q, we have the equation, that is what? Here you can see the equation, delta S equal to Q reversible by T, okay? So here delta is related with the Q and T, how it is means, here we have the relation, delta S equal to Q reversible by T. This is the heat, this is the temperature, okay? Heat added to the system at lower temperature causes greater randomness than when the same quantity of heat is added to the at a higher temperature. What is the meaning of this one? For example, I have the delta S formula is what? Q by T, okay? For reversible system, what? Delta S equal to Q reversible by T. For example, here in the first case, for 30 joules of heat, for example, I have 30 joules of heat and added the, for example, 10 kelvins of some temperature, okay? Again other, if you see, same amount of heat, 30 joules of heat, but temperature in this case assume as a 20 Kelvin, okay? Now if you go for the delta S, for this case what happened, you are getting the 3 value, here delta S how much you are getting? 1.5. So what is the meaning, what is the meaning of here means, heat added to the system at lower temperature causes greater randomness. Here if you see, at lower temperature heat we are going to add the 30 joules and 30 joules only, but in this case we are going to add the 30 joules at lower temperature 10 Kelvin. Here we added the 20 Kelvin. So here delta S value more means heat amount of heat added lower temperature causes the greater randomness. How? Why? Because means delta S value how much we are getting here? 3. But in this case what? You are getting the 1.5. So heat added to a system at lower temperatures causes greater randomness than when the same quantity of heat, here we saw what? Same quantity of heat added to it higher temperature. How much to took? We took the temperature more than the here, okay? So 20. So delta S value here 3, delta S value here 1. More the delta S value means indicate what? More randomness. So in this case, here the randomness is more. When a system is in equilibrium, the entropy is maximum, but here change in entropy is what? Delta S 0. If system in equilibrium means what here? Here we have the reactant product, okay? Means equilibrium means what? Reactant is converted to product is converted to reactant, okay? At that time if you see here, S is only S, entropy is more, but change in entropy, delta is what? Here 0, very important. When the is in equilibrium, if you see, entropy will be more, only S value will be more, but change in entropy is what? 0, okay? And here one important note, S is proportional to means only entropy is proportional to temperature, but change in entropy is what? Inversely proportional to temperature. You can see here, delta S, we have relation with inversely proportional, okay? So S is proportional to temperature, okay? But change in entropy is what? Inversely proportional to temperature, okay? Next. Okay, now next we have total entropy and spontaneous. What's the meaning here? Okay, to determine whether a chemical reaction is spontaneous, we must calculate the change in, here is a total entropy, not the energy, okay? Total entropy of a chemical system and its surroundings, okay? Here you have to see total entropy means nothing but what? Entropy of system plus entropy of surrounding. So for a chemical reaction, entropy if you want to calculate mean you should come to know the total entropy. How you are going to get the total entropy means entropy of system around entropy of surrounding. Means for example, I am talking about this reaction. Okay, this reaction for me now what system. Remain that what surrounding. So we have to calculate the entropy of system and entropy of surrounding. Okay, if you add together, you are getting the what total entropy. Okay, so here what you must calculate the what change in total entropy of chemical system and its surrounding. You have to calculate. Here we have the what. Here we have the important point was if total entropy is greater than 0. If you are getting the total entropy value is positive, means indicate what the reaction is spontaneous. Okay. So we are talking about the reaction is spontaneous or not means first we called was delta H. Okay, delta H we are not going to confirm with the we are not going to tell confirm the reaction is spontaneous or not. So here next switch to next thermodynamic state function, that is what entropy. Here if total entropy is greater than 0 means nothing but if total entropy is positive means what the reaction is spontaneous. If total entropy is equal to 0 means the reaction is what in the equilibrium. If total entropy is less than 0 means the reaction is what non-spontaneous. Okay, so this is important for the for numericals also. So this is about total entropy you have to calculate. Now here we have delta S and delta U for the reversible and irreversible reaction. Means what is the use of here means we have the thermodynamic state function delta U discussed and delta S already we discussed. Okay, so with the delta U and delta S, can you differentiate a reaction is reversible or irreversible? Okay, let us see here. Okay, both for reversible and irreversible expansion of an ideal gas under isothermal condition delta U equals 0. Okay, so I am asking that based on these two, okay, delta U, delta S, can you differentiate reversible and irreversible process means if you take the delta U, okay, for reversible and irreversible process in isothermal condition delta U equal to 0. As we already discussed here, internal energy nothing but U is directly proportional to temperature. Okay, so once the temperature increases means internal energy going to be increases. So delta U means nothing but delta T directly proportional. So here what happened, isothermal means what, the change in temperature is 0. So once this 0 means this also 0. So what happened for reversible, what we are talking here in isothermal condition, for reversible and irreversible expansion we are taking the isothermal condition what, delta T 0, so delta U 0. So you are not able to differentiate between the reversible and irreversible expansion based on the delta U. Now let us see delta S. Okay, delta S what is here, if it already we discussed delta S total means what, total entropy nothing but entropy of system plus entropy of surrounding. Now delta S total for reversible is what, 0. Okay, if you take the total entropy for the reversible process is what, 0, but for irreversible process what, not 0. Okay, already we discussed here falling of water from the height and burning of wood, all are irreversible process, and in that case what happens, entropy is not 0. So therefore delta U does not discriminate between reversible and irreversible process, whereas delta S can do. Okay, here with the delta U we cannot differentiate the process is reversible or irreversible, but delta S can do. Why? Because means total entropy for the reversible process is 0 and total entropy for the irreversible is not 0. So you can differentiate reversible or irreversible process by using the word delta S. Now let us see the numerical problem number 6.9. What is the given there? Predict in which of the following entropy increase or decrease. Okay, they given some few processes in reactions. Okay, we have to predict is the entropy going to be increase or decrease. First case what, a liquid crystallizes into solid. Okay, a liquid crystallizes into solids means already you know very well, liquid is converted into solid. So what happened here, once liquid is converted into solid means there is a decrease in entropy. Why? Because means here what is given, liquid is converted into solid means after freezing the molecules attain an ordered state and therefore entropy decreases. Why? Because means as you know very well, randomness from here to here going to be decreases. Because why? Because means solid having the more ordered arrangement compared to liquid. Okay, so entropy going to be decreases for the first case. Now second one, what is given, temperature of crystalline solid is raised from 0 Kelvin to 115 Kelvin. Okay, so crystalline solid we have, for that solid the temperature increase from 0 Kelvin to 115. So what happened here, entropy going to be increases. How? Let us see here. It is 0 Kelvin. Second one, the constituent particles are static and entropy is minimum. Why? Because temperature is less here. Once the temperature is less means what, there will be some static arrangement is there, constant arrangement is there, and entropy is minimum. if the temperature is raised, why? Because means we went for 115, okay. If temperature is raised to 115 Kelvin, these begin to move and oscillate about their equilibrium position in the lattice and system become more disordered. Therefore, entropy increases. Already we discussed entropy, what happened? If you increase the temperature, disorder is going to be increases. Why? Because means there is a oscillation or motion of what particle going to be increases. So, from 0 Kelvin to 115 Kelvin, if increase temperature, disorder is going to be increases. So, entropy going to be increases. Next, third one is what is given? Sodium bicarbonate. If you go for the heating, what happens? You are getting sodium carbonate plus CO2 gas plus H2O gas. In this gas, what happens? If you see, first we have the reactant, okay. This reactant is what? We have the solid. You now come to here, see the product, what happens? Sodium carbonate is a solid, but carbon dioxide is gas and water also gas. So what happened here? The randomness going to be increases. Let us see how here. Reactant sodium carbonate is a solid and it has the lower entropy. As already discussed, solid having the what? Less entropy. Among products there are one solid and two gases. Already we discussed, we have that one is carbon dioxide and one water. So therefore the product represent a condition of higher entropy. So why? Because means in the product case we have the two gases. So reactant to product entropy going to be increases. Now let us see the fourth one. What is the given here? H2 gas means H2 molecule is converted into what? Two hydrogen atoms. Okay. So molecule converted into atoms means what happened? The bond breaking takes place, randomness increases. So entropy going to be increases. Okay. Now let us see the next problem number 6.110. Here was the oxidation of iron given. Okay. So what is the given there? Oxidation of iron means 4 moles of iron and reaction with the oxygen gives rise to Fe2O3. Okay, then fine. Change in entropy. Okay, entropy changes for this reaction. How much we have? Minus 549.4 joule per Kelvin per mole at 298 Kelvin. Okay, means for this reaction entropy change how much we have? Minus means minus 549.4. In spite of negative entropy change of this reaction, why is the reaction is spontaneous? Here already we saw, if delta S value, okay, here entropy, for example, entropy value is negative means it indicate what? Non-spontaneous. But here, even though reaction change here, we have the entropy value is negative, the reaction is called as a spontaneous. Means spontaneous means what? Delta I should be what? Here positive. Okay. By seeing this value, you can assume, okay, delta here we are getting the negative means the reaction should be non-spontaneous. But here the word still, even though in spite of negative entropy change of this reaction, talking about the reaction, why is the reaction is spontaneous? They are asking about the reaction is spontaneous. Why? Okay. Here we have an important, that is what? Enthalpy of reaction for this reaction. How much given? Minus 1648 into 10 to the power of 3 joules per mole. Okay. Enthalpy of reaction given. Okay. Now let us see. Even though having the negative entropy, the reaction will be having the what? Spontaneous means delta S should be positive. How it is possible? Let us see now. Okay, we have the equation what? Iron, 4 moles of iron plus oxygen gives rise to Fe2O3. Okay, here already given, this is my system. System why? Because means this part is, this equation is my under observation. For the system, how much given? Entropy of this is what? System, that is minus 549.4 kilojoule per mole. Okay, here so the temperature how much? Okay, joule Kelvin per mole should be there. Okay, joule per Kelvin per mole. Okay, this is per Kelvin per mole should be there. Okay, and this is per mole. Okay, make it correction. So here what we have? Here we have the negative entropy. So still the reaction is spontaneous. Why they are okay? Still the reaction is what? Total. If you see the reaction is spontaneous means why they are asking. Okay. Now you have to remember important, that's what total entropy means what? Entropy of system plus surrounding. Okay. So if the reaction is spontaneous or not means already we saw. If total entropy is positive means indicate what? Reaction is spontaneous. Means if you know the total entropy, then you can tell the reaction is spontaneous or not. Okay. Here we have the what? Only entropy of system is there. Okay. This is what? 549. This is value what? For the system. For surrounding, did they given? No. Okay. If you know the total system and surrounding, if you add whatever you are do, then you are getting the some value means positive means indicating spontaneous. Negative means indicating non-spontaneous. 0 means equilibrium. So delta S surrounding not given. So here we have to find out the delta S of surrounding. So how you are going to find out mean here? So let us calculate now. Delta S of surrounding means here we have to consider the heat absorbed by the surrounding, which is equal to minus delta HR, means that is heat evolved by the system. Okay. Now let us see here. Delta S of surrounding. I am talking about delta S of surrounding equal to Q by T, nothing but what here I am telling Q positive means here if you see this is my system is going to evolve some amount of energy, okay. So this is going to what heat going to be liberate, okay, nothing but delta here if you see some amount of here what I am telling delta is surrounding nothing but some amount of heat is going to absorb some amount of heat by, okay, let us see here. We know that even delta is equal to we have relation what Q by T is there, okay, Q by T, okay. Now I am going to calculate for the delta as for surrounding. So here as you know this equation already we have Q by T, but do we have the Q of surrounding? We don't have. But here what happened, delta H here of the reaction already given. How much given there? Delta H for the system reaction, how much value they given? Already in the data we have minus here minus 1648 into 10 power of 3 joule per mole, okay. So that is also what at constant pressure. Why? Because means constant pressure means what already here. So here the value if you see, so here we have to consider the what heat absorbed by the surrounding which is equal to what here delta HR, okay. So at a temperature T, entropy change you can write as instead of here what already we know the definition. At constant pressure means what amount of heat absorbed nothing but delta H. So instead of Q I am writing the delta H here, okay. So nothing but this is what amount of heat absorbed by the surrounding which is equal to what minus delta H. So here already we have the value in the minus symbol already we are taking because why? Because means here already in the according to our concept we have, so already value how much we have minus 1648 into 10 kilojoules. So I am going to convert into already 10 to the power of 3 joules per mole already given. Now if you substitute here value how much you are getting here delta surrounding you are getting some value, okay. Now let us see total entropy nothing but what system plus surrounding. System already given, surrounding we calculated. Now if you go for the total if you go for the simplification how much you are getting here plus 4980, okay. So this indicate what, therefore the above reaction is spontaneous. Now total entropy is positive. So for that even though system having the negative entropy but total entropy was positive, so the reaction is what spontaneous reaction. So here we one more concept we have standard molar entropy means what, okay. Here one of the terminology, when entropy is already we told standard means what we are going to fix one temperature and pressure, molar means we are talking about the 1 mole, okay. When entropy is 1 mole of substance is expressed at 298 Kelvin and 1 atmosphere pressure, it is called standard molar entropy and it is denoted by the SM, okay. SM means indicate what means molar entropy. So this is for the sake of only information. Standard molar entropy means we are going to measure the entropy at a standard temperature pressure for 1 mole, that is called as our standard molar entropy.